Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, most important, I just want to thank everyone that's made it to this point in the video. Really appreciate y'all sticking around. We're all gonna make some money together, I know it. Last section we got is cameras. So it's pretty long. It's not as long as the home electronics, but it's pretty long. After that, I've got a couple items I want to share, which are the items that are actually over 500% sell-through rate. So we're going to cover this section. We'll cover those last couple items, and we'll be done. So let me put the phone on silent here, and let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. So the first one that we're going to go ahead and cover is the Canon EOS T2. We've got a few Canons on this list, so we'll just go ahead and jump straight through them. $238 for the listed. Let's go ahead and check out those solds. 312, so got over 100% sell-through rate there. Cameras, just check the I would recommend checking excuse me, I would recommend checking live pricing if you do happen to find one, just because sometimes you can get a camera with a lens, sometimes it comes with a couple lenses. You can see this one came with a bag. Almost every time you purchase a camera secondhand, it's going to come with something, a strap, batteries, charger, stuff like that. All those things are going to drive up the cost. Now let me show you what you would want to do if you have just a camera body and nothing else. So this T4, for example, got 64 listed, and for the solds we've got 136, so 200% sell-through rate. This is what I recommend doing if you just have a camera body. It didn't come with any straps, no batteries, no chargers, no lenses, no lens caps, no bags. You know what I mean? If it came with absolutely nothing, what I recommend is sorting by price with shipping low, and then it's going to give you basically the cheapest listings. And typically these cheapest listings are going to be the ones where it's just a body. So this one, for example, it's pretty bare. It just has a strap, charger, and battery. 115. This one here just comes with, looks like a charger and a battery, so it doesn't even come with a strap. 128. So that's kind of giving you the floor. And then, conversely, when we look at highest first, it's going to come with lenses. As you see, there's a lens hood, lens, two batteries, charger, manual, camera body, not a lens cap, what's that called, a sensor cap, and then a strap there. So just depending on the stuff it comes with, the peripherals is going to dictate your pricing. So since cameras can be so fluid with the pricing depending on the peripherals, we're not going to spend too much time looking at the pricing. But the EOS T5 100% sell-through rate, just about 741 listed, 750 sold. And lastly, Canon EOS T6. We actually got one more Canon after this. We've got 949 for the list, and for the solds we got over 1,000, so 100% sell-through rate. And lastly, for the Canons, the Canon EOS T7, we've got 959 listed here, and for the solds we've got 1,200, over 100% sell-through rate once again. And we'll just for fun, we'll take a look and see how much it's selling for. So brand new, 1,200. Looks like we got a pre-owned one selling for 1,000. It came with 3 lenses, 1, 2, 3 lens caps, battery and charger, no strap. It's actually missing a piece here at the top, and still sold for 1,000, so pretty nice. Moving over to, actually it's not the last Canon we have. We got a Canon G7x Mark II. This is actually a real popular vlogging camera back in the day. They're still very popular. They're very lightweight, and have really good picture quality. 20 megapixels, which is really competitive. Most stuff's gonna be like 16 megapixels, 12 megapixels, 20 is like really good. So maybe if you're a up and coming YouTuber, maybe that might be actually be a good camera for you to use. Mark III as well, 200% sell-through rate, really good sell-through, really popular camera. You can see they sell pretty well, up to 1,000 if they're brand new. Even if it's pre-owned, can still sell for 1,000. You can see it's just a body, no extra stuff, no lens, or not lens, but no strap. Doesn't even look like it's coming with a charger or batteries or anything like that. Jumping over to the Canon EOS R5. I believe this is the Rebel series, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me in the comments below if I'm wrong. But over 100% sell-through rate. Same thing, but the R6, we've got 314 listed. For the solds, 352. You know, when it comes to cameras, really just want to make sure you're getting something that people actually want to buy. And that's the purpose of this video here, just showing you the cameras that are actually worth buying. We see the ZV1F has a over 300% sell-through rate. You know, it's kind of the same thing when it comes to cameras and laptops, where with laptops there's just so many different kind of models, and even within the models there's sub models, which in the photography world they call marks. So like Mark 1s, Mark 2s, Mark 3s, etc. So it really can just, it changes a lot. But the main thing is just knowing what cameras are actually worth looking at, picking up, and selling. You know, you got your main brands: Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, Olympus, Fujifilm, Nikon. I think that's 6 brands. If you can remember those 6 brands, I'll say it once again: Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, Olympus, Fujifilm, and Sony. Sony was the one I left off. If you can remember those 6 brands, you know, you'll be pretty set. And then after that, it's just looking at the camera and just taking a look at the name on it. I actually have a camera, so I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Alright, so this is not a camera that I'm selling. This is actually one of my personal cameras. But for people that are uninitiated in the camera world and you're not familiar with cameras, but you want to be able to look one up, they're super easy. Basically, every single camera brand has the same thing. So if you look here at the top, you can see the brand. So you can see it's an Olympus. For example, if we're looking at the Sony right here, you can see it says Sony there, Sony. So they're always gonna have the brand name typically right there in the middle. And then for this specific model, so you can see it says Olympus there on the front. And if we turn it onto the top, and we can see if we can get this in frame. So right here, you can see it's a OMD. And then if we look on the other side, it's a EM1 Mark II. I wish that could focus a little bit better. But anyways, I say all that to say this: when you have cameras, don't be afraid of cameras. If you're not afraid, if you're not familiar with cameras, it's always going to have the model name on there. And just for an example, we'll just go up and I'll type in exactly what I saw on the camera. So we'll type in Olympus, and then it says OMD over here. So I'll type in OMD, and then right here it says EM1 Mark II. So that's how you look it up. Boom, just like that. But anyways, continuing on, I actually did not include any Olympus cameras in this list because nobody likes Olympus besides me, apparently. But we'll keep on moving along. Sony A7 Mark II, about 150% sell-through rate. I can tell you out of personal experience, everybody loves Sony cameras, especially for video. When it comes to photo specifically, more people typically lean on Canon or Nikon. Fujifilm is more of a like a specialty camera, I would say. Panasonic, not too common, kind of like the Olympus. This Sony A7 Mark III was close to 200% sell-through rate, I believe. This Sony A7 IV, 265 listings, and we'll check the solds. 595 is about 200% sell-through rate. Some of these cameras can get really expensive. As you can see, these kits selling for multiple thousands of dollars. And I can tell you just out of personal experience, I've seen Sony A7 IVs sell for like, you know, a couple $100 on Facebook Marketplace. Like, you can really find them cheap, especially with photography. A lot of people get into it as a habit, or not a habit, but as a hobby. And then once they fall out of the hobby, they just sell off their equipment. So always really good opportunities to flip cameras. I would not be scared of cameras if you're not familiar with them. Sony A6100, I should say, 200% sell-through rate. A6200, we've got 44 listed here, and when we go into the solds, 74, over 100% sell-through rate. These don't sell for a crazy amount, but you can still pick one up for like $100, $200, maybe $300. sell it, and you'll have a good time. A63 or A6300, we got a little over 100 sold, a little over 200 sold, a fantastic 200% sell-through rate, which is what we love to see. Once again, I'm not looking to spend too much on the A6000 series. A6400, 309 for the listings, and for the solds, we're about 150% sell-through rate. Once again, I'm not looking to spend too much on those. 77 listed for the A6500, and when we go into the solds, almost a 300% sell-through rate, which is fantastic. And I believe this is the last A6000 series we have. It's the Sony A6600, 83 listed, and for the solds we have 156, so almost 200% sell-through rate. If you are looking, reselling aside, if you are interested in shooting video, I actually have personal experience shooting on the A6600, so it is actually a camera I recommend for shooting video. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. We got the Panasonic Lumix G7. We don't have too many Panasonics on this list, but we do have a few that sell pretty well. So we got 184 listed, 279 for the sell-through. Not too bad. You can see just Panasonic typically has a little bit lower of a demand, so you can kind of see reflected in the price here. It doesn't sell for too crazy, but that means you should be able to find them for a good price as well. Panasonic Lumix G85, we got 69 results here for the listed, 132 for the solds, maybe about 160% sell-through rate. Once again, Panasonics, people don't go too crazy for them, so the prices aren't, you know, too out there, but for some people that's actually going to be a good thing because you can pick them up for a lower cost. Okay, we got the Lumix S5 Mark II. We've got 62 listed here, and for the solds we've got 70. And we'll just take a quick peek at the prices. Look at that, beautiful. That's what we love to see. Stuff hitting 1,000, you know, might not be a bad flip if you're able to get your hands on one of those for a good price. Moving into the Nikons, we got the Nikon D4, 67 results for the listed. And we'll check the solds, 96. Nikon and Canon are both good, really good photography cameras. So if you are interested, when did this video turn into a photography advice? Let me just stop that. Nikon D5, 77 listed, over 100% sell-through rate. This one's a little bit different. Nikon D700, we've got 161 results for the listed, 222 for the solds. Absolutely beautiful. We'll take a look at the pricing. Nothing too crazy. Just make sure you're doing your due diligence before buying. Remember, you can always sort by lowest first and get an idea of what the body itself sells for. So you see for this one, for example, parts only. So basically mean that the camera doesn't work. You know, if the camera doesn't work, you can at least sell it for 89 bucks. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Like, okay, if I know worst case scenario, I can sell it for 89 bucks. Maybe that's your limit for how much you want to spend. Maybe 89 bucks is your absolute highest limit for what you want to buy a D700 for. You know, everybody's strategy is a little bit different. I'm just here to give you the sauce, you know. 278 listed here for the D750, 438 sold. Very, very beautiful to see. Nikon D800, we got almost 300 listed and almost 300 sold, really close to that 100% sell-through rate. So nothing too crazy, but worth mentioning for sure. Nikon D810, we got 160 listed, and for the solds we got 206. A little bit over 100% sell-through rate, guys. I promise I'm almost finished. We got 5 more cameras and 2 more items after that, and then we're all good. So 465 listed. Listen, hey, can we just tap in? I hope you guys are awake. I hope you guys are watching the video. I hope you guys are paying attention. I hope you guys are making notes. Once again, if you made it this far, make sure you drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. We got 465 lists for the Fujifilm X100, and when we check the solds, we've got 1,000, so over 200% sell-through rate. Now, Fujifilms are not very popular when it comes to professional work, but people really love Fujifilms for creative work. So they're really like a niche product, a niche camera, but you can see through the sell-through rate that a lot of people really like to get their hands on them. The X-T3, almost a 200% sell-through rate, which is really lovely to see. On this camera here, we've got 86 listed, 199 sold for the X-T4, so really close to a 300% sell-through rate. And you can see even open box are selling for almost $2,000, which is really lovely to see. So if you can get your hands on one of those for a good price, then you'll definitely be having a good day. That might be a sale of your day, might be the sale of your week, might be the sale of your month. You never know. Fujifilm X-H2, Fujifilm X-H2, 114 sold, and for the list 111, so really close to 100% sell-through rate. Last two, we've got Fujifilm X-H1, 138 listed, and when we go into the solds, 323, over 200% sell-through rate. Take a quick peek at what they're selling for. Pre-owned, used, no, look at this, it's just a body, that's it, $2,000. Go on your Facebook Marketplace and see if you can find one. Fujifilm X-S10, 59 results here for the list, and when we go into the solds, 109, really close to that 200% sell-through rate. Okay, guys, that's the last of the cameras. This is actually the last of the categories, the last of the sections, the 8 sections. What did we go through? We went through cameras, we went through drones, we went through home electronics, went through consoles, went through tablets, we went through watches, laptops, and phones. Guys, it's been a long time coming. The very, very last secret section is going to be two items that are both over 500% sell-through rate. These are the ones where these are the ones I got tucked in the corner. I haven't really told anybody about, but I'm going to tell you guys. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have entered the last section, the secret section. I've got just two items to cover, and that's it. The first one, unfortunately, between the time I did my research until now, me recording it, it actually looks like the sell-through dropped a little bit for the first one. So we're going to go ahead and get that one out of the way real quick so we can make time for the second one, which is actually gone up in sell-through rate. So very happy for you guys to see this one. Before we cover these two items, please just drop a like on the video. Once again, if you haven't already, drop a comment. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know a piece of information that you took from this video. If you learned something, if I inspired you, if you have any ideas for another video, please let me know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you've made it this far, I actually want to say something I haven't said in this video yet, but I want to say it now. If you made it this far in the video, you are most likely a person that I want to surround myself with. I'm starting a community. It's called Timex to Rolex. Basically, it's a philosophy of starting from a Timex that might cost you $50 or $100 and being successful enough that you could buy a Rolex, wear a couple $1,000s on your wrist, and it's not super, financially impacting you. That's kind of the story behind the name. But me personally, I'm a Timex lover. I actually don't have a watch on right now. I feel like I'm breaking the law, but Timex to Rolex. It's a Discord community. I'm going to drop the Discord link in the description. If you're interested in business, entrepreneurship, reselling, anything that's forward thinking, anything that's positive, anything that's motivational, if you want to surround yourself with like-minded people like myself, and if you want to have direct access to me and be able to talk to me and be a part of my community, go into the Discord below and just go ahead and join, and we'll see where it goes from there. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I'm very excited to share with you guys. So we've got the Fitbit Sense 2. Okay, it's a smartwatch, like a fitness smartwatch. 151 for the listed, and we'll check the solds. 736. It's real close to that 500. It's like 480% sell-through rate, which is really sad because the last time I looked at it was over 500. But that's neither here nor there. If we look at highest first and kind of get an idea of what they're selling for brand new, looks like about 200 to 250. If you're able to get your hands on one pre-owned, it's not going to hit that 200 mark, but around the 150 to 200 mark, you could still be able to comfortably sell. I'm personally looking to purchase these for no more than about 50 bucks. That's just me personally. You might be a little bit different. But the nice thing about an item that's such a high sell-through like this is that you could invest, let's say, $100 into this and be confident that you know that the item's going to sell. The sell-through rate proves it. So even if you buy it for $100 and sell it for 150, and with your not taxes, but eBay fees and shipping, you might only profit 10 or 20 bucks. But you flip that 10 or 20 bucks, like that's only taking you like 2 weeks max, to sell on eBay. So the profit margin may not always be there, but you can take advantage of that sell-through rate and really manipulate that to your advantage. And the people that manipulate that sell-through rate and focusing on items with high sell-through rate, I know they're going to be the most successful. And that's why I give you the advice that I give you. So Fitbit Sense 2, make sure you write that down somewhere. Make sure you keep that as like a save, search, bookmark it, something. Keep your eye on that. Make sure you're looking for those. And for the very, 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 very last item, I feel like we've covered hundreds of items at this point, but the very, very last item, the best item out of all that I've covered today, is a tablet. And I mentioned earlier, it's not a Samsung tablet, it's not an Amazon tablet, it's not an Apple tablet, it's actually the Remarkable 2. It's a paper tablet, and we can see here, we've got 47 listed, and when we go into the solds, we have 672 sold. Guys, this is I'm dropping some game for you guys. I'm giving you guys my secrets. Please just keep it within the video. I'm just kidding. You can share it if you want. 1300% sell-through rate. And I just want to maybe pull up a calculator and just show you what 1300 looks like. So let's say we got an item that's 200% sell-through rate. So the math equation is you just take 90 days and you divide it by 2. 200% sell-through rate is going to sell in 45 days. Let's say it's the 300% sell-through rate. That's 30 days. So if we wanted to calculate 1300, we'd divide it by 13 and we get 6.92 days, or almost 7 days. That's under a week. Your item is guaranteed to sell within a week. That's absolutely insane. That's absolutely broken. Like there's every single reseller has an item that's been sitting in their store for over a year and it never sells. This is an item that's guaranteed to sell. Guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed to sell. If you can find one of these, and the best thing is that they actually sell for a pretty penny too. If you can find one brand new, they sell up to $600. Even some of these that are open box and pre-owned are still selling for over $500. So do with that what you will. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I feel like I've talked your heads off enough. Somewhere on the screen should be another video of mine that you can check out. And maybe there's a subscribe button on the screen somewhere too. And other than that, happy reselling.